Hi, I'm Macros Nora, and thanks for watching this HTV News Flash. From something old comes something new. The city of Houston has found a way to fight the recession: recycling. So if you think it's too much trouble to gather up bottles and cans, think again, because it pays to recycle. A lot of people have decided to leave their keys at home and ride their bikes to work, and it's all for a good cause. The value of history can only be determined by how it affects generations to come. And now those generations can access that history through this Gregory School archive, which gives us an invaluable look at the past that has made the present possible. Despite the country's economic status, Houston's economy is one of the strongest in the nation. Its position as the third largest city in the United States proves exactly that. One of the facilities responsible for that economic strength is the Port of Houston. The Port of Houston has positively impacted the state of Texas and the nation with its $118 billion income. It has also created over 700,000 jobs to date. This 25-mile complex located in the southeast Houston is capable of moving 225 million tons of cargo a year. This makes the Port of Houston the largest in the U.S. and the second largest in the world. 7 commissioners make up the ruling body, which is composed of members mostly appointed by the City of Houston and Harris County. These officials work hard to provide the right infrastructure for smoother operations at the port. Chairman James Edmonds explains.
Well, this is the first port in the United States, one of the few in the world that has the ISO 14001 environmental management system in place. The other thing that we have begun to think a lot about is freight rail. You look at the United States, Chicago, LA, Long Beach, and Houston are the 3 freight rail centers, and what our goal is to be able to make up a train in the port complex and move it in a seamless fashion into marketplaces throughout the United States. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, but we are, I think, managing our growth, and we're making sure that what we do is responsible and that it fulfills the needs of our marketplace.
Edmonds also added that one of the top priorities for the port is always keeping very tight security to protect from any possible terrorist attack.
We now have the ability to develop a port-wide security capability that will help us communicate with each other to make sure that we are aware of movement up and down the Houston Ship Channel. And so security is important to us, and funding of it's important to us, and we continue to be very vigilant in making sure that we securitize all of our properties as well as the private sector does.
Edmonds also explained that the Port of Houston also focuses its efforts on public safety during daily operations.
For Texas A&M Galveston, because that's important to us. We own a large tract of land down there that we're going to develop at some point for another container facility. And Texas A&M is right next to it. We want to make sure that whatever we do is in concert with their growth plans and their needs, and that we are responsive to the community needs as we develop a project. That's something that we do a lot here, is reach out to communities to make sure that whatever we do in terms of infrastructure development and traffic that we generate, that it's compatible with the lifestyle of the neighborhood.
Even though the economy may have taken a hit, Edmonds says the Port of Houston will seize this opportunity to improve its capabilities based on past record growth.
We've been growing, for example, in our container growth at about 12–13% per year. That's a lot of growth. That's going to slow down for the next few years because of the global economy. But that's okay, because it gives us a chance to kind of catch our breath a little bit and begin to continue our infrastructure development, like more docks, better roadways, more freight rail capability, so we can serve that growing marketplace in a more business-like fashion and not try to react to growth, but to plan for growth and make sure that we do it in an orderly fashion.
As top gun for the Port of Houston, James Edmonds has done a lot to increase the revenues which have helped stabilize the Houston economy. The port is very important to the city, and needless to say, it is also important to the nation. I'm Macros Nora, and thanks for watching this HTV News Flash.